facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
Designed by Sacramento Kings and our recent partner there, these are not just fun, they're Sacramento proud. Grab your tickets today. And remind your fans, we hope you'll come and join us for training parties. For more than 10,000 fans through the arena, we'll receive a training for time. A rivalry training day with the by Clapson and the Kings dancers. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you're having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, then please text the word KINGS along with your issue and simple issue to 55555. A member of our guest relations will respond. At the center position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 11, Domantas Sabonis.
Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for MP.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. They've got Gary Trent, Lee out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's DeLon Wright, and it's Bassey in at center. And for Sacramento, Fox is at the point, Monk out on the wing. Jay Crowder out there with DeRozan. And it's Sabonis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The playoff picture coming into focus now, Greg, with a good portion of this regular season behind us.
And for the teams that are definitely in, they're trying to maintain momentum and health, right? But for the teams still clawing and fighting their way in, that's where it gets exciting.
So here we go. The Bucks win the tip. MP outside. Hits it from three-point range.
Good to see these kind of quick decisions from a young player. MP not wasting time on the J.
Outside, Sabonis. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
Monk finds DeRozan. Driving the lane. Monk against Trent. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Trent Jr. recognizing the lane there and exploited it.
Outside, Fox. Sabonis sets the pick for Fox. Those 3-pointers off the mark. The Bucks with a quick start to this game. It's a 5-point game. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Sacramento.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
Yeah, even when it comes to matchups where it looks like one side should be the clear favorite, those brief 2-game series often end 1-1.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Monk kicks to Sabonis. Off the run. As he pulls it in.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
MP outside. They set the pick. And he drives in. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Look at how swiftly MP moves to the rim there.
Sacramento off to a slow start. Still without a basket in the game. Fox kicks to Sabonis. DeRozan scanning the floor. A pass to Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Becoming more confident and a little bit more poised in terms of how he scores is De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox, Brent, is a very special player, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, it's true. De'Aaron Fox is a blur in the open court, but it's his leadership that really has come along at such an early stage. And think about the run that he went on with the Kings just a couple years ago. He's not settling with that. He wants more. He wants to play in the postseason, and he's capable of getting any team there.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time. Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You look at Sacramento. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs.
And checking in on Sacramento,
They had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year, and they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite, and they want to do it on a nightly basis.
Now here's Lee, following the missed shot by Sabonis. And that one's good. MP.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Guys, I did have a chance to talk with the head coach of the Kings, and we talked about the problems that Giannis poses. He said, look, there's no easy way to defend Giannis. We have to be physical with him, keep him out of the paint as much as possible. But he acknowledged that even having multiple bodies on Giannis sometimes just isn't enough. Guys?
Thank you, David. And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Keep on dancing. Keep going. Come on, let's see those dance moves.
Some numbers for Sabonis. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And again, look what he's done so far this season. Wiping the boards clean, ranking second in the league in rebounds. Outstanding effort. Now here's Wright. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Fox with the steal. And now the Kings fast break. And DeRozan throws it down.
Like to see Fox with that fast, quick decision on the defensive end of the floor.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of the league's best rebounding teams since the All-Star break. In the third spot, the Bucks.
I mean, they just out-muscle their opponents under the glass. I mean, impressive rebounding numbers, and they've really only gotten better.
Fox passes to Monk. A pass to Fox. Shot clock at 5. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Lee outside. Lets it go with the three. The offensive rebound. Bassey. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Good on the three-point shot. Giannis has got 7 points. The Kings trail by 8. Fox passes to Sabonis. They get a hand on it. Wright looking around. Lee outside. Fires top of the key. And it goes down 2 points. He's got 9.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
Well, in the NBA, I'm not sure if anyone is quicker than De'Aaron Fox. I mean, when he gets going and he's moving north to south, you're pretty much helpless defensively.
And the first one drops. You know, Brent, De'Aaron Fox. I mean, how do you cover him?
Well, Kevin, the first thing I do is ask for help. I keep my other defenders aware that I'm not going to slow this guy down at any point. So try to get him to his offhand, which is his right hand, and then make sure that he's taking more shots and not being in transition, because that's where De'Aaron Fox is at his best.
Now, here's MP. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game?
Here's Fox. Down low. Sabonis. Sacramento again missing. Looking at Milwaukee, they took the win in their last game against Golden State. They get it back. On the wing, Lee. He's guarded by Ellis. Tries again. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Fox with it. 8 points for him. Outside DeRozan. Sabonis' screen on Lee. To the inside. 4 on the clock. And a slam dunk by Sabonis.
And Sabonis just rolling off that pick, ready to make any kind of play.
Here's MP. And MP throws it down hard.
Oh, putting on a show with that dunk. MP just attacking the rim.
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Kings trail by 12. Now, here's Fox. This game he had 28 points. Here's Trent. Right outside. MP with a screen on Fox. Lee outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to MP. Another miss by MP. And it's Fox with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. Down by 12. Took him no time at all on that one. DeRozan's got his second bucket of the night.
And this is DeRozan's go-to. He remains such an outstanding threat from the mid-range.
Now here's Wright. Still without a basket. And a wide open look for Lee. And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound. And the Kings making a change here. Reith is checked in. Bobby Portis is checked in for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Gary Trent. The Kings trail by 10. Rosen dishes to Crowder. Pass to Ellis. Good ball movement here by the Kings. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar, and these guys have been contenders ever since.
Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
How about MP showing some toughness there, accepting the contact on the way up.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bucks.
They didn't hesitate to start working the offensive glass, and I'll tell you, those efforts have been rewarded with these second chance points.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
The first free throw is good.
And you talk about building a legacy. That's MP's mindset, not just for himself, but for this team.
And both free throws good for MP.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Warriors was outstanding. He scored an incredible number of points, and that was a season high for him in scoring. It's a night to remember. The numbers he put up were really impressive, and he's somebody everybody loves watching. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
The Kings trail by 11. Outside Crowder. Back to Fox. Six on the shot clock. Out to DeRozan. Fires from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. DeRozan's got his third bucket of the night.
And the accelerated release from DeRozan gave him the upper hand there.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
And he makes the first. And so he hits both. Now DeRozan. In the game against Chicago, very impressive. And here's Herter outside. MP grabs the miss. Bucks leading by 10. Johnson outside. Giannis sets a screen for Johnson. And the Bucks miss again.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
McLaughlin, no good. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
DeRozan's shot is off. Milwaukee's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. There's Lee with the 3. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
And what a night to remember for MP. Still so young, this guy could have many nights like this in the future.
McLaughlin, the pass to DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. From 17 feet out. The rebound by the Bucks. Here's Giannis. An easy 2 points on the layup. And 11 points for Giannis.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's McLaughlin. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Pass to Herter. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Now that's who Herter is outside on the perimeter, a confident long-range shooter.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Portis a string on DeRozan. That one good for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 13.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's McLaughlin. Still scoreless. Sabonis' screen on Johnson. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And here is Johnson. Here's Portis. The shot's good on the assist by Johnson. And the Bucks lead by 16. And so it's Milwaukee in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post position. White is out there with Jackson, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot.
And the defense, you thought they were helpless before. Now Giannis is hot.
You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
The Kings trail by 18. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Outside, Sabonis. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Herter. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Staying confident in the paint. Middleton does a good job sinking that one.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. McDermott, no one around him. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against the Bulls.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, good defensive game plan and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in that last game.
Herter finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Now, Herder also comfortable getting physical and scoring against the defense, not just showing that he shoots it.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Monk's checked in for Jordan McLaughlin. Charles Massey, he's checked in for Milwaukee. And so Monk will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Pass to Herder. McDermott with it. Cans it from downtown. McDermott's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here is Portis. Outside Jackson. Middleton on the wing. Sinks that one from the post. Middleton's got 4 points this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Now, here's Monk. He's coming off a 10-point game against Chicago. And Sabonis the bucket on the assist by Monk. Sabonis has got his second basket of the game.
That's a nice stroke from the mid-range, just pure coming out of the left-hander's hand.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Middleton. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Middleton's got 6 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Monk against Wright. Herder with it. A 14-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And Wright kicks to Portis. Pass to Jackson. Bucks passing it around. 7-foot shot. Middleton can't get it to go. The Kings trail by 19. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Bucks use their size defensively to great impact. Coach Doc Rivers said, we're not fast, we're long. So we get our fingertips on a lot of balls, and that slows fast teams down. Switching keeps guys in front of you, and the more size we can put in front of people, the better we can be. Kevin?
Yeah, you follow this league for a long time. That sounds like a pretty good game plan. Here's Bassett. Following the basket by Malik Monk. Portis can't get it to go. The Kings have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Monk finds Ellis. Back to Monk. Pocket 6. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Inside, here's Bassett. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento. some changes here for the Kings. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Doug McDermott. And it's Fox in for Kevin Huerter. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Lee's checked in. Here's Fox. 11 points in the game. Sabonis sets the pick for Fox. Out to DeRozan. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Sabonis, and it's denied. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Milwaukee leading by 19. Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant, but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Ellis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands. I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
That's good from Ellis. The Kings making a switch here. Reith is checked in. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Trent's checked in for Jackson. Both free throws good from Ellis. Bucks leading by 17. Now here's Wright. Still yet to score. To the paint. And the dunk by MP.
He's got the space. MP will not hesitate to throw it down.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting well. They're at 45%. Fox feeling it out a bit. Sacramento again missing. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns at Footprint Center in Phoenix. And that will be the fourth of the string of 5 played on the road.
Well, you love to see the athleticism that MP is developing here. It's a step, and look out.
Now here's Ellis. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Ellis against MP. Portis, a screen on Ellis. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Reith. Now here's DeRozan. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Now here's Fox. Guarded closely. Here's Reith over Lee. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Lee outside. Portis sets the pick for Lee. A rebound by Reith.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And the basket by DeRozan.
And if you give him a sliver of daylight, DeMar DeRozan will eat your lunch from the mid-range.
Lee and Ellis with the block. DeRozan against Wright. Here's Ellis. Goes up again. He lays it in.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Monk outside. Yeah, there's Ellis. That's good on the assist by Monk. Ellis has got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Kevin Huerter, he is checked in for the Kings. And then for Milwaukee, Antetokounmpo comes in for Portis, and it's Johnson in for Wright.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Now, here's Fox. 11 points in the game. Pass to Monk. Here's the 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Bassey's got 7 rebounds in the game. Milwaukee leading by 16. On the wing, MP. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down. The Kings shooting a pretty cool 37% from the floor in the second. Not what they're looking for. The 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And by no means a volume three-point shooter. DeRozan barely takes threes compared to most wings in the league.
Here's Lee, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Kevin Huerter.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Sabonis, he's checked in for the Kings. Crowder comes in for Kevin Huerter. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
And not the same rhythm or approach that he had in the first quarter when he was taking it straight to the teeth of the D and really creating contact. I'd like to see him get back to that here in this quarter.
Now, here's Sabonis. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Chicago.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game.
Crowder against Antetokounmpo. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
MP deciding where to go with it. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
We've got 1:13 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Fox. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
De'Aaron Fox having one of those nights where he's feeling it.
Johnson, the pass to Antetokounmpo. MP with it. DeRozan defending. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for MP. And that one is off. The Kings trail by 16. 36 seconds left in the first half. Outside Fox. Can't connect from short range. Milwaukee's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Lee kicks to Trent. Lee outside. From deep. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Now DeRozan. 12 points for him. Fox from outside. And so it's Milwaukee in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Hello, folks. Without a doubt, the early spotlight is on MP. Fellas, he's been very difficult to guard.
Man, MP is putting on a show. He's taking over all those skills. How about them apples, Shaq?
The man's a beast flexing. As for apples, maybe they're in an apple pie. Get it?
Forget it.
And let's turn our attention now to the Rookie of the Year race.
Love the passion he's bringing in every game. He's got a bottomless pit of energy, Ernie. You only see that in vets.
Yeah, you can tell this guy just wants to hoop. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
The Kings trail by 16. Monk on the wing. He's paired with DeRozan. Jay Crowder out there with Domantas Sabonis. And it's Fox in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Sabonis, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Antetokounmpo up top. DeRozan defending. Poked away. Crowder with the steal. 3-on-3. And Dunk by Sabonis.
And Sabonis getting his entire body up that time for the jam.
And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for Milwaukee. 22 is their biggest lead. The three from MP. Jay Crowder with the rebound.
And, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Now, here's Fox. That's a sixth field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Continuing to expand his offensive game, Fox, a potent scorer, and will fill it up in a hurry.
We talk about guys, Brent, whose value exceeds the numbers. Well, that's Jay Crowder.
Well, it's a good point, Kevin, that an understanding and an awareness of self in terms of what you contribute sometimes is the most important part of being a role player, and Jay Crowder has done that throughout his career. He brings a toughness to the floor that helps other players settle into their role because they know Jay is willing to take something like that on. So making sure you have a great self-awareness of what you can contribute. Jay Crowder has defined that for himself throughout his career.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Oh, MP showing off his long-range game.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Pass to DeRozan, all alone. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's MP. What a move, MP.
Oh, what a dime there from Giannis. Excellent sharing the basketball.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Fox passes to Sabonis. Lee against DeRozan. Outside, Fox. Just 5 on the clock. And he lays it straight in. Fox has got 4 points this quarter.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Bobby Portis has checked in for the Bucks. Nobody has been better at clogging the passing lanes than this group. We're the tops in the league in steals since the All-Star break. De'Aaron Fox third.
Defensively, he's been a club. I mean, he has just been blanketing his opponents.
MP outside. Giannis sets a screen for Lee. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to go on Sabonis.
A crafty move there from MP to get to the foul line. The young man, fearless inside.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight. No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Monk against Trent. Monk kicks to DeRozan. And it's off from three-point range. Bucks leading by 14. Lee outside. Takes the three. They get it back. Goes back up. And Giannis with the layup. Giannis has got 21.
And again, just taking the greatness for granted here. Amazing sequence from Giannis.
Outside Crowder. Pass to Sabonis. Monk against Trent. And here's DeRozan. Shot, high post. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. MP outside. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Monk. MP, no good.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Now, here's Sabonis. He has 6. Pass to Monk. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. His speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. DA, thanks. Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Chris Middleton comes in for Gary Trent. And it's Pat Connaughton in for DeLon Wright.
And I like the aggressiveness of DeMar DeRozan's game. He's constantly testing the defense, looking for any weakness he can exploit to get a bucket.
Antetokounmpo finds Middleton. Now here's Lee from the arc. And the Bucks miss again.
And even though the quarter has been a struggle, it doesn't look like he's lost his confidence. He keeps looking for a shot.
Now, here's Sabonis. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game.
Boy, DeRozan, he is on it right now and has been all night.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And the Bucks making a change here. Beauchamp's checked in. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for DeMar DeRozan.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now here's Giannis. He's got 21, and that one, good. Giannis has got 23 points.
Inside, Giannis knows he's got all the tools, height, touch, power, it's all there.
Monk outside. Back to DeRozan. Over Middleton. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Physical basketball from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Outside Fox. Great D that time from Portis.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Fox. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Crowder from outside. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got 3 assists now in this one. Giannis outside. Takes it from 10. Inside. Antetokounmpo. Automatic.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Crowder. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. The shot by Monk is no good. Bucks leading by 15. Here's Beauchamp. No scoring in this one. Monk grabs the board. Middleton against DeRozan. And here is Monk. Back to DeRozan. Pass to Crowder. To the middle. Sabonis inside. Defended by Portis. Bank shot. No good. Milwaukee has gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Here's Beauchamp. Shoots the 3. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fox passes to Sabonis. Sabonis sets the pick for Crowder. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. The Bucks have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Giannis inside. He's against Crowder. Antetokounmpo lays it up off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 31.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Good. And it's 8 points for Sabonis.
Good determination as Sabonis worked his way through contact.
Portis with it. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Portis a screen on Crowder. Antetokounmpo passes to Portis.
And that is exactly how you run it. Portis with the setup, position himself well.
Outside, Sabonis. The wide open look here for DeRozan. From outside, off the mark. Milwaukee leading by 17. Pass to Connaughton. Now Middleton. Over Monk. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Now, here's Monk. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Here's Fox. The rebound by the Bucks. 22 is their biggest lead. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's good. Antetokounmpo's got 33 points.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Now, here's Sabonis. 8 points for him. Back to Fox. That shot off. Great D that time from Portis. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 16-5 run here. Middleton the pass to Portis. Nice D from Sabonis. The drive by Monk. Can't hit from in close.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Every aspect of Giannis' game showing tonight. Just unreal.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Kings will go for a different look here. Carter, he's checked in for Crowder. Kevin Huerter comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Ellis, he's checked in for Malik Monk. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Now, here's Sabonis. Pass to Huerter. Carter sets the pick for Huerter. Into the lane. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Not settling for jump shots there as Huerter gets his way on the drive.
Lee with the ball. Sabonis defending. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Sabonis. No good from Lee.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Sabonis, no good.
The defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
No good from Lee.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Ellis dishes to Carter. Pass to Sabonis. Over onto Antetokounmpo. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Sabonis has got 10 points in the game.
They're loving the confidence. Just rise and be free. And you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They have a 19-point lead. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo out there with MP. Then it's DeLon Wright. Then it's Gary Trent. And it's Bassey in at the center, locking down the middle. Now here's DeRozan. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
And here's MP for three. A rebound by Reith. The Kings trail by 18. Outside DeRozan. Over onto Antetokounmpo. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. Here's a look at what's coming up now for the Sacramento Kings. On Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the Boston Celtics. Then on Tuesday, they'll host the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now Monk, a three ball. A rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got rebound number 15 here tonight. Pass to Trent. MP with it. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lee. No good on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's DeRozan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And DeRozan has mastered the art of the pump fake. He's been doing it for years, and people still buy it.
It felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Here's MP. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Offensive rebound. Six to shoot. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lee. Again, what an avalanche!
Once again, he's reached the 40-point mark as there has been no slowing him down all season.
Well, GA, with all these 40-point performances, he's close to matching the mark for third most 40-point games in a single year.
Well, we haven't seen this many 40-point games in a long time. He is close to matching his airness Michael Jordan, who scored 40 points an incredible 37 times. Back in 87.
No chance. Giannis, too much length.
Bucks leading by 20. Here's Lee, and he converts the layup. MP's got 42 in the game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Giannis against DeRozan. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And that's an aggressive take there by DeRozan. And no doubt the coaches will appreciate his ability to attack the defense.
First free throw is good. Brent, we know that the NBA can be compared to any league in the world, and it is regarded as the best. But as someone who has won titles like you have, is it world champs, or should we just leave it at NBA champs?
Well, Kevin, it's a really good question, and I don't know what side I lean on. I prefer to talk about being the NBA champs. I mean, out of respect for what the world competitions represent, I think NBA champs is just fine. Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Lee outside. From past the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. Lee's got 16 points here in the second half.
I don't know. I'm getting the feeling as this game moves on, he's getting stronger.
DeRozan finds Monk. Ellis on top, defended by Trent. Here's DeRozan. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Giannis sets a screen for Lee. Second shot opportunity. And Giannis with a nice bucket inside. Antetokounmpo's got 37. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Ellis. Buries it down low. Here's Wright. Lee outside. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Here's Crowder. Comes up empty down low. Bucks leading by 21. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for MP. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. MP's got 48.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
DeRozan on the wing, covered by Lee. Crowder kicks to Monk. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even good, he hits again.
And it's hard to believe how many times he's lit up the scoreboard like this over the years.
He's coming very close to tying the mark for fourth most 50-point games in NBA history.
And next up on this list, Harden. And just like Harden, he's a determined scorer. When he gets on a roll, the defense is helpless. And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Timeout called by the Kings. Sabonis, he's checked in for the Kings. Fox comes in for Malik Monk. Ellis, the pass to Crowder. DeRozan for three. Rebounded by the Bucks.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but it doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
The wide open look here for Fox. Drops in the tray. Fox has got 20.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple. They're shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Connaughton kicks to Lee. Three-pointer. Drains the three-pointer. MP's got 57 points.
a taste of how competitive MP can be. He wanted to go right back at him.
Pass to Crowder. It's up a three. Good, and it's Sabonis with the assist that time. Sabonis has got his third assist on the night. Milwaukee's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. No good from Lee. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. Do fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
5 to shoot. MP against DeRozan, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Monk's checking for Ellis. Sacramento's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. White against Fox. Pass to Monk. It's Crowder on the wing. Antetokounmpo defending. Launches a three. Shot by Crowder, no good. Milwaukee leading by 23. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
And the Bucks with possession here. MP, that's for 2. Here's Bassey.
Sabonis very agile for a big, so consistently getting himself in better positions defensively.
Pass to Crowder. Sabonis' screen on Antetokounmpo. Shot by Crowder, no good.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Crowder sets a screen for DeRozan.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Shot clock at 6. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, he definitely forced that shot, guys. He had plenty of time to adjust himself and kick the ball out and look for a better shot. Have to give credit to the defense there, too.
And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
And he's good on the second. King shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Outside Crowder. Pass to Sabonis. And here is Monk. Off target from outside.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bucks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And the one thing that stood out about these guys all season long, their resiliency to come out and play hard and win games. We've watched some epic battles that they've played, and tonight will mark their 64th win in the year. Something else.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Just a force on the glass, did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Trying to get open is Johnson, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
The Kings shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Fox passes to Sabonis. Monk outside. Again, the miss by the Kings. DeRozan against MP. Sabonis grabs the board. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Monk kicks to Sabonis. Johnson against Fox. Crowder a screen on Johnson. Fox no good. Antetokounmpo against Sabonis. Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Lee, and he's good on the 3-ball.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.